area we want to expand. These are all the insights provided by SIL. Our journey started way back in 1983 as a typical, you can say, garage startup. My father started the company, and in 1989 the company got converted into private limited company. During that time our factory used to be at Y near Satara. We are really proud to say that we have pioneered this technology in India. Though the flow of inquiries and everything was there, growth had been slightly stagnated, or slightly, the pace of growth had reduced. So during that phase only I came across SIL. I sensed something different into their communication, and it was during the first session of Burning Desire only I got completely convinced that my decision was right. Main takeaways from that program was, yes, obviously the identification of value systems, goals, mission, vision. Definitely I see the direction has changed. The quality of discussions within our organization has also, one can say, it has got transformed. So far it has been a very exciting journey with SIL, and one of my, you can say, social activities is I am one of the founder member of an NGO called Jeevit Nadi Living River Foundation. This foundation actually is working on a mission of revival of rivers, and presently we are focusing our efforts on Pune's Mula Mutha River. And I feel that this SIL's insight has also helped me and all our team working for that cause into bringing more clarity. The bigger the goal, I would say, SIL's inputs are going to be with me, and will be helping me into achieving those bigger goals. SIL is doing, I would say, really a hand holding for people like us.
You are unique. You are passionate. SIL salutes the rigor and dream within you. We promise to be a strong catalyst in your life.
Gurukul, outstanding. Vaccine,
Mentor, great.
booster dose,
Eye opener,
wealth creation factory,
school, progressive handholding,
directive, life changer, way to direction,
great support,
profound motivator,
adventure,
catalyst,
navigator,
development consultant,
school of life,
university for entrepreneurs, growth catalyst,
dictionary of motivation,
mentor, catalyst, business trigger, guide, lighthouse.
Positive vibe to many beginners like us. These 8 days were very good. The forward 80 days or 800 days are going to be very hard. The course and the teacher and his experiences, without asking you do that, he made it do it. जितना भी thank you आप SIL को तो कम ही पड़ेगा. I will recommend this program for many more friends of mine, families of mine who really want to have this journey.
खरं सांगायचं तर हे 8 दिवस आहेत ना, कसे गेले कळत नाही. म्हणजे फ्रँकली सर टास्क द्यायचे, उद्या हे करून या म्हणायचे. सेशनला असं मस्त वाटायचं की हा आपण हे केलं आणि हे चांगलं झालं आपलं. ओव्हरऑल छान एक्सपिरियन्स होता.
तो 8 days हम लोग को ऐसा लगा कि what we are learning basically, और आज जो complete जैसे लगा was quite amazing.
It is lot of learning. You can say that I decided to use this break time to sharpen my swords. But all these trainings and sessions, whatever I did during this pandemic, online training, almost all online. I think the all of that training, the conclusion of that all trainings I got in this particular session, in these 8 days. So now it is time, my learning time, kind of, I will stop now and it's time to act. Yeah, I have skill, I have knowledge, everything is there, but I didn't have vision and mission proper. So that is very important.
योगेश सर का जो पकड़ के रखने का जो एक टेक्निक था, वो स्पीच को 1.5 घंटे तक या 2 घंटे तक हमारे को कहीं भी ऐसा क्या बोलते बोरिंग कहीं नहीं लगा। उन्होंने ऐसा एक पकड़ के रखा हमारे को पूरा, यानी क्या बोलते उसको, एक उन्होंने एक अलग सी एक पर्सनालिटी उस टाइप की। तो ये ओवरऑल एकदम अच्छा सफर रहा, बहुत खुशी हुई, बहुत आनंद आया, और कहीं ना कहीं अभी लग रहा है कि हम हमारा टारगेट चेस करेंगे।
Sir, it's a wonderful session. No flawless, not even a single minute wasted. The way he was, he's a pearl connecting all of us. Each and every session is fantastic. When he is with us, I think we can easily reach our target. We are like a family, and he was leading us. Whatever example he is stating, giving, it holds good for each and every one of our businesses.
सर बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा। हम लोग जब मैं ज्वाइन कर रहा था तो मेरे को नहीं लगा था कि हम लोग इतने अच्छे प्रोग्राम को ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं और हम लोगों को इतना बढ़िया तरीके से समझाया जाएगा। इट्स वाज ए वेरी वंडरफुल, और ये आई ओपनर जैसे था कि कई एक चीजें जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं हम लोग को पता नहीं है कैसे करना है, क्या नहीं करना। तो सर ने काफी इन डेप्थ समझाया और काफी अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा है।
Actually, there was the guidelines which was very much eye-opening.
बेसिक जो चीज़ें होती है वो हमें खुद को ही पता नहीं है, तो वो जैसे हमारा विजन क्या होगा, दिमाग में बहुत सारी चीज़ें रहती है। ऐसा नहीं है कि हर आदमी अपने बिजनेस के बारे में सोचता है, बहुत प्लानिंग्स भी करता है, लेकिन उसको जब पेपर पे लेके आते हैं तब हमें पता चलता है कि हमें करना क्या है और क्या हमारा रोड मैप होगा। वो इस सारे सेशन से हमारा क्लियर हुआ है और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि आगे हम इसमें कुछ अच्छा करेंगे, क्योंकि अब हमारे पास एक विजन है, रिटर्न डॉक्यूमेंट है, हम उसको देख सकते हैं, लोगों को बता सकते हैं, अपने लोगों को सबको साथ में लेके टीम बना सकते हैं। तो वो एक काफ़ी अच्छा रहा।
बहुत बड़ा विजन दिखाया, बहुत बड़ा व्यूज दिखाया कि जो हम नहीं देख सकते थे, क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है हम लिमिटेड नजरिया रहता है और उधर तक ही देख पाते हैं, लेकिन जो दिखाने का आँख है, बहुत बड़ा दिखाने का जो आँख है वो योगेश सर ने दिखाया। योगेश सर के गाइडेंस से अभी मैं पहुंच सकता हूँ, मैं जिधर जाना चाहता हूँ वो कर सकता हूँ, ये मुझे आइडियाज मिल गए।
कि भी 8 दिन में आपने बहुत अच्छा डिश हमको खिलाया, अभी कल से हमको कौन खिलाएगा? दिस पर्सन हैज डेफिनेटली बिल्ड अ वेरी गुड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद ऑन वेरी गुड वैल्यूज, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। गाइडेंस हमको मिला है, वी आर वेरी हैप्पी फॉर दैट, बट व्हाइल इम्प्लीमेंटिंग वी मे do a lot of mistakes, and that time we need hand holding of Yogesh sir. It was really a great experience to share time with all of you. Thank you very much sir.
very deep understanding of each and every person who was attending webinar. It was really helpful, sir. Few things, but few right things. Yes, for my next future, all the years. Few of the bases that are required for my next future, all the years.
Gives the clarity in which lines strictly recommended for the before starting the business. In the initial stages only, you are going to move forward in the business. This is the program is recommended before start the business. This will help gives the clarity in which lines.
Concepts and certain things I came to know. Somehow I got my breakthroughs from this training, but it is a continuous journey in any way.
Now I know the actual meaning of what is vision, what is mission, and how this is very important to our business. बहुत ही ज़्यादा knowledgeable session. I'm sure you are the one who can solve all those problems.
There is nothing mission impossible now because we got that formula. उसको vision mission बना लो, अपने आप उसका बन जाएगा.
Now I feel I'm more young. My perception about myself that I've missed a lot of things is slowly going away. A confident feeling is coming out. This has been my biggest takeaway, getting more confident from inside.
You know, I joined this session. I was very excited. The fear factor has gone. All thanks to Mr. Yogesh Pawar.
एक ही वर्ड बोलूंगा, डेडिकेशन. आपने जो ये दिया जलाया है इसको पूरे भारत में लेके जाए. इट इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर. एक दिन मैं ऐसी कंपनी खड़ी करूं जिसे इंडिया को प्राउड हो.
जो फ्रेमिंग करण्याचा विषय आहे, कधी कधी आम्ही कमी असतो, तर त्यामध्ये तुमचं सजेशन जे ते आमच्यासाठी व्हॅल्युएबल झालं. गुड एक्सपिरियन्स.
Overall experience was quite good. Had expected it would not go to this particular level. Initially I was like skeptical, but this was like a pretty surprise for me. Something important which are required for our business or the entrepreneurship to go smoothly and to conduct it quite efficiently. These two were like very important takeaways for me.
The entire journey of this last 8 or 10 sessions was really encouraging us. We comes in interaction with you. वो चीजें बहुत जल्द से जल्द होने लगी.
When we have decided we have to hit that target, they are getting the opportunities also.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you can see me and hear me. Good evening, everybody. I hope you can see me and hear me. Confirm whether you can see me and hear me. Go ahead. On your chat box right now, just confirm if you can see me, if you can hear me. Thank you, Venkatraman. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you for joining in. All right, everybody who can see me, hear me, confirm. It'll be very nice so that we can start the session. Thank you, Jugalji. Thank you, Dharmesh. Thank you, Joy. All right, okay. So while we start our session right now, I would definitely have some questions before we start the sessions. Thank you, Vishesh. I would definitely want to have some questions So the questions are, do you have KPI system in your company? Okay, answer should be yes or no. So go ahead. Very good, Vijay. Thank you very much for joining. We're starting off. We're just starting off. Thank you very much for joining in. So quick KRA system in your company. Give me a moment. Let me check why my voice is not clear. Assume that there was some technical error. Would you just confirm if you can listen to me right now, please? It was a small technical error. I hope you can listen to me right now. On your chat box, just write down yes.
Yes, sir. Voice is clear. Very good afternoon, every participants. Basically, Yogesh sir is facing a bandwidth issue. IT team is resolving that part. Please give us 2 minutes. He is joining back again. Thank you.
I'm assuming there was a challenge in terms of listening to me. I hope people can now listen to me. Please confirm if you can listen to me. On your chat box, if you can just confirm that you can listen to me, it'll be nice so that we can start off the session. There was a small technical, yes, okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I was perfect. I was waiting for this response. Thank you. So quickly, before because I disconnected myself and reconnected back, so the chat has gone, but the question still remains the same. Do you have a KPI system in your company? Do you have a KPI system in your company? Do you have a KRA system in your company? Go ahead and please respond to this. It can be answered as yes, it can be answered as no. Okay. And probably then we will start off with our session that will help all of us to move in the right direction. Okay. So Vishesh says no. Wonderful. Okay. Anybody else who says yes, who says no? Because people who say yes, I'm going to use their case study and then explain you that entire KPI system. And people who say no, probably I will be able to talk to you about how it has to be created. So I think I have one where Vijay Raituri says that okay, he has a KPI system in your company. Okay, Vijay ji, can I request my team to unmute Mr. Vijay? Mr. Vijay, I need your 5 minutes of conversation with you. I hope that is fine. Mr. Vijay can be allowed to speak. Okay, Mr. Vijay, you can unlock yourself right now and we can talk. So, Vijay ji, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Wonderful. Vijay ji, which company do you work in?
Okay, actually, I operate a QTech. Our company is a US-based company, but we are also having a branch over here. So
Okay.
it's a IT services, what we are focusing mainly.
And what is the team size that you have?
As of now, it's like overall, it's like the QTech consulting, what we call right now. So we have around 20 members team.
Okay, so you have 20 members team who are operating. Where are you operating from?
We have one in Hyderabad and the other one is in Bangalore. Bangalore is yet to start.
Okay.
So we are coming up with a new, like a product side, what we are planning right now.
Wonderful, very nice. Now, you said that you do have a KPI mechanism in your company. Would you be able to share with the audiences of what is the KPI system based on? What are the key parameters that the KPI system, or what are the key areas where the KPI system is based on? Can you throw a little light on that?
Yeah, actually, it's like ours is a very basic one. What I say that when I say the basic is that it is like it's a performance oriented one. So what we do normally is that it's like it's like for all our employees, it's like normally we'll go through, it's like a quarterly and the other one is a half yearly based. Instead of it's like we look for like a yearly one. So what we do is that it's like we will set the priorities quarterly based and we'll try to see that it's like what and all is like a goals achieved or not. So mainly the parameter goes that it's like a performance oriented one. It's like whether they are like in line with the organization and whether they are in line with the client and how they are like scaling up. And we also have one more parameter called as it's like how they are like scaling up in their own technology or domain side. And we will be scaling up and we will see that it's like we'll also go ahead with 3Ws. So what and when and where to improve. So that's where it's like that's the main like our goal actually. And I can say that that's the way that's what we focus.
Sure. And you are leading the entire team?
2 members, me and one more person is there, but he's like he's from US.
Okay, so two of you lead the organization in Hyderabad and you're opening it in Bangalore. You're typically an IT services product based company, and you wanting to scale up and wanting to try to set up a KPI system that is more sustainable and more scalable. Am I correct if I've understood this?
Yeah. One you can say that yes, and also it's like we are planning to come up with a product based one. So that's where it's like I'm looking more on that. It's like how to get into that and what exactly it's like a KPI system will be helpful.
Wonderful, very nice. So let's focus, assuming an IT person or an IT business that needs to set as KPI. So whether you are an IT a business, whether you are a manufacturing, whether you are trading, whether you are only exporter, it doesn't matter. There are 4 elements that we all need to focus on. So, but before we move on to 4 elements, it is very important for us to understand that how is everything linked to the vision that I have? How is everything linked to the strategy that I have? Okay, I'll repeat. How is it linked to my strategy and vision and goals and stuff like that? Okay, but before we start that, I would want to draw a small pyramid for you, which I have already created here. Give me a moment, please. I'll share that with you. Okay, so I have created this, but it will go moment I complete. Okay, so people can confirm if you can see my screens. Can you see my screens? Can you just confirm that? Yes. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So when we say that we have to build a KPI system, that KPI system needs to be based on something. Okay. That KPI system needs to be based on something. So the first question that you have to ask yourself as leaders or entrepreneurs or founders of the company is what is the value that you want to run your company on? Okay, what is the value that you want to run your company on? Now, what is values basically? The technical definition of value is it's a timeless guiding principle that requires no external justification. मतलब ऐसी धारणा, ऐसे तत्व जो आपको जस्टिफाई करने की जरूरत है नहीं, उन तत्वों पे, उन धारणाओं पे आप अपनी संस्था चलाना चाहते हैं. Okay, based on that you want to reach a bigger height, a bigger mission, a bigger place of scalability. So that's the value part of it. So you got to ask yourself in your organization, have you defined the values you want to run your organization on? Point number one. Point number two, do you have an audacious mission? Okay, when you say audacious mission ka matlab kya hai? Something that is a little scary but exciting at the same time. Something that is a little scary but exciting at the same time. So you got to ask yourself, okay, ye hai kya? Okay, now why is values important before than the mission? Because values help you to make tough decisions. I'll repeat, values help you to make tough decisions. Okay, now if you are clear on the value system that you want to drive in the organization, you will be able to take tough decisions. Okay, now when I say tough, does not mean that every day you have to take them. They are critical decisions that for some reason you are not able to take or not able to execute. If you are clear about your value system, you will be able to take those decisions. So as a founder, as a leader, when you're working in an organization or probably leading an organization, it is very important that you're very clear about what the organization's value system is. If it is not created for whatever goddamn reason, please make sure that you sit together with your teams and you create right values for your organization so that everybody knows what is a yes in this organization and what is no in this organization. Okay, based on that you got to build your vision. Based on that you got to build your mission. Based on your mission, that audacious mission that you want to build, you will create a 3 years vision for yourself, because your vision will keep changing. Why would your vision keep changing? Because once you reach there, you want to change it. Okay, now there is an ultimate drama about these words called vision, mission. Ki vision matlab ye hai, vision matlab wo hai, but it doesn't matter. What matters is why you want to go, how you want to go, and where you want to go. Okay, now the moment the word strategy comes in picture, this is where you derive methods to move forward in the organization. So when I'm going to tell you, the tool today is called Balance Scorecard, and it's a strategic tool. I'll repeat, it's a strategic tool. So unless and until the top 3 things are not clear, your values, mission, and vision are not clear, your strategy will go wrong anyways. So what you got to make sure is you are 500% confident about what you've written down as your values, as your mission, as your vision, because there has to be a synchronization. उसमें एक synchronized तरीके से, एक linear तरीके से उस strategy को आपके लोगों में डालना है, आपकी KPIs में डालना है, right? So what are the strategic perspectives that you have to look at? There are 4 strategic perspectives. Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, you may want to make a note of it. There are 4 strategic perspectives. The first strategic perspective is people. Okay, so you create your strategic goals first before you start, creating KPI and KRA systems. Okay, you first create a strategic goal. Right. The second is internal processes. Internal processes. So first is your people, second is your internal processes, the third is your customer, and fourth is your finance. Okay, and I'll give you a very simple example. A man hits a century in cricket, which means he scored 100 runs. So when you say, sir, क्या आपके लिए है वो स्क्रीन पर नहीं दिख रहा? ओके, विशेष पांड्या, विशेष जी मैंने ऑलरेडी शेयर कर दी है स्क्रीन सबके लिए. I think I am not sure why आपके पास नहीं दिख रहा. Can people just confirm, because the people have already confirmed that they can see my screens. Yes, okay, Sanjay, right. People, internal processes, customers and finance. So जब आप, okay, thank you Pradeep for confirming. So when you start creating, start focusing on strategic goals, okay, कि आपके लोगों के गोल्स क्या हैं, आपकी इंटरनल प्रोसेस के गोल्स क्या है, आपके कस्टमर्स के गोल्स क्या है, आपके फाइनेंसेस के गोल्स क्या है. जब आप ये सब कर लेते हो तब आपको ये समझ में आता है दैट यू हैव टू नाउ क्रिएट एरियाज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. ओके, जब इन स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स को आप ध्यान में रखते हो तब सेकेंड वर्ड आपके दिमाग में आता है या करना पड़ता है, इज कॉल्ड एरियाज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, areas of execution and areas of performance. उन स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स से निकलता है वो एरिया, वो टेरिटरी, वो जगह जहां पे आपको या तो परफॉर्म करना है, या तो डेवलप होना है, या तो एग्जीक्यूट करना है. परफॉर्मेंस का मतलब माय टीम इज एक्सट्रीमली टैलेंटेड टू एग्जीक्यूट इट. एग्जीक्यूशन का मतलब शायद मुझे मदद लगेगी. डेवलपमेंट का मतलब लिखना, पढ़ना, ऑल ऑफ दैट. Yes, Sanjay, that is right. It is not responsibility of their career or their goals. It is creating an environment that helps them to responsibly perform. You cannot take responsibility of somebody else's performance or somebody else's growth. You have to create. If you are the founder, Sanjay, did I use the right name? Yeah, Sanjay. So if you are the founder of the organization, it is your responsibility to make sure you create an environment that they are able to perform, that they are able to develop, that they are able to execute. So क्या है वो चीजें जो जिससे एक एम्प्लॉय उसे हर बंदा परफॉर्म करना चाहता है, हर बंदा सक्सेसफुल होना चाहता है. तो ऐसी क्या चार चीजें हैं जिस वजह से our people will be able to either develop, either execute or perform. What are those? So those are 4 elements, and I'm going to share those 4 elements with everybody. Please make a note of this. So I have a tendency not to prepare presentations because I tend to do it live with people, taking the examples. So this is the first thing, first job of an entrepreneur is to direct them. Okay, you should be able to direct this team. Just give me a moment. The second is to provide resources. The first point is to direct them, which means you need to have a direction. This is part of your values, vision, and mission. Second, to provide with resources. Resources in terms of machine, material, methods, resources. The third job is to engage them so that they remain motivated. They remain excited about the job that they're doing. And fourth is asking questions. Now, we had a friend here who spoke to me a little earlier, right? And he said that we do the performance review every 3 months, 4 months, every 6 months. We look at whether people are doing the right thing, people are not doing the right thing, all of that, right? We said there are 4, these are the kind of reviews we take. But fundamentally, you ask yourself, are you doing these 4 things? Because unless you don't do these 4 things, a good KRA KPI system cannot be established. So first is this part before you establish a accurate KRA KPI system. So these are prerequisites. If you don't have them, फिर वो आप कॉपी करके कोई भी फॉर्मेट गूगल से ले लोगे, उससे कुछ नहीं हो जाता. ओके, फिर आप किसी एचआर के दोस्त को फोन कर लोगे, यार मेरे को वो केपीआई का फॉर्मेट दे, उससे कुछ नहीं हो जाता. Why? Because it is not part of your organization. Unless and until it is not part of your organization, it will not get implemented. I'll repeat, unless and until it is not a part of your organization, it will not get implemented. Okay, so when we look at why is it not getting implemented, it is not getting implemented because it is not your part of the organization. A cut, copy, paste KPI KRA may not help. It will start off but fizzle out. कितने लोगों ने कोशिश करी है और सही इंप्लीमेंट नहीं कर पाए? प्लीज गो अहेड एंड टेल मी, कितने लोगों ने कोशिश करी हुई है और सही इंप्लीमेंट नहीं कर पाए? बस आई करके लिख देना आप. Just write down I on the chat box. Just write down I on the chat box. It will be easy for me to understand whether, because you have attempted, that's a good sign. You have attempted it. That's a good sign. So go ahead. How many of you have attempted but not been able to, had tried but failed? Right. Thank you very much, Sanjay. That is kind of you to accept that. And that's very courageous as well. So keep up the good job, right? So fundamentally, how many of you tried it? कुछ लोगों को तो पता भी नहीं होगा, कुछ लोगों को पता होगा जिन्होंने थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि हम एंटरप्रेन्योर्स होते भी ऐसे हैं ना, हम ट्रायल और एरर्स के पे बहुत भरोसा रखते हैं. So we keep experimenting, right? And nothing wrong with that, but don't experiment with things that are already existing. Experiment with things that probably will create a better thing in the marketplace. All of this is already existing. Take help and get it done. Okay, so what you and I need to now learn is, unless and until I don't have a direction or I am not able to give a direction to my team, okay, experimental direction nahi, fir to team confuse hote rehti hai. Second, if I'm not able to procure, give those resources, that environment to my team. Third, if I'm not able to engage them, motivate them, ensure that I'm making them happy, reward them. And the fourth part is, if I'm not asking them questions on regular places, the performance will tend to dip. Okay, how many of you agree to what I'm saying in this entire subject? Okay, how many of you? I would want you to rate whatever I'm saying. Rate the information that I'm giving you from 1 to 5. 1 being absolutely hopeless, 5 being good, excellent, whatever it is. Right. So go ahead. I'm waiting for your responses from 1 to 5 or on whatever I'm sharing with you. Fundamental role of an entrepreneur is to direct, provide resources, engage, and ask questions. Okay, and asking questions is an art. It is just not about asking questions, just not about asking questions because you have to. It is about asking relevant questions that has to be learned. So fundamentally, how many of you agree to what I'm saying right now, that this is, if this is not clear with us, and probably I would want to do it more and learn it more. When I tried, failed after reviewing, I found that I have not understood myself. That's why I failed. Wonderful, very good. That's a good understanding, Sanjay. More importantly, set up the direction. Learn where to get those resources from. Learn the mechanics, the art of engagement, and the art of asking questions. All of this is art. There is a science and model to it, but all of this is art. In the live course that I do called Burning Desire, I help people understand all of this right on day one. Okay, right on day one. Because unless and until your direction is not set, we will always keep faltering. So thank you very much. How many of you are finding the information that I'm giving you is relevant? And from a relevance point of view, 1 to 5 is the rating that I'm expecting. Go ahead and rate your CJ. It will be easy for me to understand as well. So that's rating generally works. Okay, so go ahead. I'm waiting for your responses. The moment you rate me, I'll start sharing with you the balanced scorecard method. Go ahead. Awaiting for your ratings. Go ahead. Thank you, everybody. My computer is acting a little funny. Give me a moment. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right. Okay. So I think it is working back. I'm going to start drawing on the whiteboard now for all of you. Give me a moment. The whiteboard whiteboard is loading for you, and I will start. Now, if you really notice, when you want to create, yeah, correct, Ajay ji. There's no. मैं हमेशा कहते रहता हूँ ना, मतलब what is the point that is reinventing the wheel, right? So I'm going to now draw a complete balance scorecard for you. कि आपने आपकी संस्था में ये बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड कैसे that for you right away. And there's a reason why, as I said, I do it live, because I want to interact with you to while doing it. So one volunteer I need while I'm doing it. One volunteer I need who can talk to me. Go ahead. Who's the person who wants to talk to me? Just raise your hands quickly. Just raise your hands quickly. Okay, Zafar Khan. All right. Okay. Zafar ji, you can just unmute yourself and we can talk. Go ahead. You can unmute yourself, Zafar. No problem. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Thomas Philip is the next person. Okay. You can unmute. Unmute button dabaiye, Zafar ji. Unmute ka button dabaiye. Okay. So, Zafar ji, kahan se hain aap? I think you've gone mute again, Zafar. Mrs. Zafar Khan, you've gone mute again.
Hello.
In the sparsity of time, probably. Yeah. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Wonderful. What kind of company you own?
सर मेरा एक छोटा सा स्टार्टअप है जो मैं अभी स्टार्ट किया ही मैंने अभी। मेरा एक छोटी सी कंपनी का नाम है टिफिन। हम लोग एक ऑनलाइन टिफिन सर्विसेज चलाते हैं जो स्कूल गोइंग किड्स के लिए है। एक सिंपल सा आइडिया है सर कि मतलब जो मॉम्स जो होती हैं सुबह सुबह टिफिन रेडी करके बच्चों को देती हैं, मेरी कंपनी जो है हम ऑर्डर्स पेरेंट्स लेते हैं और डायरेक्ट हम स्कूल में डिलीवर करते हैं बच्चों के लिए।
वंडरफुल, वेरी नाइस। और कहाँ पे हैं आप?
सर मैं राउरकेला, मेरा उड़ीसा से बात कर रहा हूँ।
उड़ीसा से बात कर रहे हैं। But brilliant. So let's look at Zafar. If you have to build your balance scorecard, your organization's balance scorecard, कितने लोग हैं अभी आपकी टीम में?
सर अभी छोटी सी अभी इसी साल स्टार्ट किया हमने, तो 4-5 लोग हैं हम लोग, 4 से 5। एक शेफ है।
It's not about being small, or it is about understanding the concept. In this webinar, there are people with 100 crores turnovers also. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It is to understand the conceptual level of that balance scorecarding, because if you pick it up at this point only, इसे और सही तरीके से समझ के implement कर दिया, तो आगे जब आप आगे जाते हो तो एक stable structure बनता है. Because fundamentally, it is not about scaling up. It is about sustaining the growth. आप अपनी rigor, अपनी commitment, अपने passion से आगे तो बढ़ जाओगे, पर वो आगे बढ़ के वहां पे रुकना, ये बहुत, वहां पे ठहराव लाना, ये बहुत जरूरी है। तो ये स्ट्रक्चर्स आपको मदद करते हैं ठहराव लाने के लिए। ठीक है, जो आप शायद जितनी जल्दी पढ़ ले उतना अच्छा है, ताकि आप ये समझ पाओ कि ये मैं खुद करूंगा या किसी से करवाऊंगा। ओके, एवरीथिंग इज नॉट टू बी डन बाय यू। आप या तो खुद करोगे या तो किसी से करवाओगे, तो you will be able to make better decisions. Hence it is important. So let's look at this. There are 4 parameters of your business if you really look at it. There is a parameter called your people. Sorry.
4 parameters.
First parameter, your people. आपके पास 4-5 लोग हैं, आज 4 है, कल 40 होंगे, 400 होंगे, it doesn't matter. पर आपके लोग हैं, पहला पैरामीटर। दूसरा पैरामीटर है आपके इंटरनल प्रोसेस। आपका इंटरनल प्रोसेस क्या है?
सर इंटरनल प्रोसेस इन द सेंस हमारा जो, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि हम पेरेंट्स से ऑर्डर लेते हैं और स्कूल में डायरेक्ट टिफिन डिलीवर करते हैं।
नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम। सो ये तो आपकी सर्विस हो गई।
हाँ, ये सर्विस हो गई है सर।
ठीक है ना। नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द थर्ड पीस। द थर्ड पीस इज योर कस्टमर।
सर हमारे कस्टमर से स्कूल,
हाँ जी,
हाँ सर हमारे कस्टमर्स हैं वो स्कूल गोइंग किड्स एज 3 to 16, जो हमारे पोटेंशियल कस्टमर्स हैं।
सो मेरा मानना है आपके कस्टमर्स कोई और है, बट आई विल रिजर्व माय थॉट्स राइट नाउ। ओके, बट इफ यू रियली लुक एट इट, ये 4 पर्सपेक्टिव्स हैं। अगर ये 4 पर्सपेक्टिव्स में आपको काम करना है तो आपको सबसे पहले उस बैलेंस स्कोर कार्ड पे पहला सोचना है। अब इसके अंतर्गत क्या देखना है आपको, कि पहले तो आपका विजन क्लियर है क्या, आपका मिशन क्लियर है क्या, एंड यू हैव योर स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स। ये एक्टिविटी तभी सक्सेसफुल होगी जब आपके पास ये सारी चीजें हैं। अगर ये नहीं है तो पहले इसे बनाइए।
स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स, विजन, मिशन,
ठीक है,
स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स। यस
ये
सर।
हाँ, और ये बेसिक, ये बेस्ड है आपके वैल्यूज पे। आप कौन सी किस तरीके की संस्था खड़ी करना चाहते हैं, वो वैल्यू सिस्टम पे डिपेंडेंट है कि आपका विजन, मिशन और स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स क्या होंगे। आर यू विथ मी? अगर ये है, मैं ग्रुप कर रहा हूं, मैं उसे पकड़ रहा हूं, अज्यूम कर रहा हूं कि आपके पास ये सब है। सो बेस्ड ऑन योर विजन, आपके पीपल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स क्या है?
पीपल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स इन द सेंस, सॉरी वो सर, बट मैं समझ नहीं पाया।
आपके लोग अगले 1 साल में क्या क्या पढ़ाई लिखाई करेंगे?
सर हाँ सर, पढ़ाई लिखाई इन द सेंस कि मेरे पास एक शेफ है और 2 या 3 डिलीवरी बॉयज हैं जो कि स्कूल में डिलीवर करते हैं, और हम 2 को फाउंडर्स हैं।
ओके,
यस सर।
ओके, सो इफ यू हैव दीज टू ऑफ यू, एक शेफ, एक बंदा जो डिलीवरी कर रहा है।
हाँ हाँ, 2 सर। हाँ,
अगले 3 साल में आप अपनी कंपनी कहाँ देखते हैं?
हाँ सर, ऑब्वियसली मतलब अगर हमें छोटे से शहर, अगर राउरकेला में अगर अच्छे ऑर्डर्स मिलना चाहते हैं तो हम आसपास के मतलब टायर 2 सिटीज जैसे कि जमशेदपुर हुआ, रांची हुआ, भुवनेश्वर हुआ, हम वहाँ पे एक्सपेंड करना चाहेंगे सर।
आपके फाइनेंशियल गोल्स क्या है?
फाइनेंशियल गोल्स जैसे कि मैंने अभी 2 या 3 महीना हुआ स्टार्ट किया सर, तो हम लोग एक एवरेज हम अभी डेली के 50 या 60 ऑर्डर्स आ रहे हैं। तो अगर हमें डेली के 100 या 200 ऑर्डर्स हम छोटे से शहर से निकाल पाए तो हम बड़े शहर वो करेंगे सर, में वो एक्सपेंड करना चाहेंगे जहां हमें और ज्यादा ऑर्डर्स मिल सके, 500 या 1000 ऑर्डर्स।
So Zafar, are you understanding what when I am asking you these questions? What I have realized is your strategic goals of the organization are not clear.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Those goals in the next 3 years, how are you going to win at the marketplace? ये सवाल का जवाब देना है। आप अपने मार्केट प्लेस में कैसे जीतोगे, उसका जो प्लान है उसको स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स कहते हैं।
ओके,
ठीक है। अब उस स्ट्रेटेजिक गोल्स के अंतर्गत आपको लोगों की पढ़ाई लिखाई, लोगों की हायरिंग, लोगों का एनवायरनमेंट। आज आपके पास एक शेफ है, 50 टिफिन बन रहे हैं, कल आपके पास शायद 10 शेफ होंगे और 1000 टिफिन जाएंगे। वो सब करने के लिए जो प्रोसेस लगता है लोगों के डेवलपमेंट का, वो आपका पहला पड़ाव है उस बैलेंस स्कोर कार्ड को बनाने के लिए।
अच्छा,
क्योंकि जब आप बड़े होंगे, जब आप अपनी कंपनी स्केल करेंगे, तो यू विल नीड पीपल टू वर्क इन टीम्स।
यस यस।
आज तो आप फाउंडर को फाउंडर मैनेजर, डैमेजर, चपरासी सब आप हो। सब कुछ मेहनत करनी पड़ रही है, पर जब आप बढ़ोगे तो सब कुछ तो नहीं कर पाओगे। सो द वन ऑफ द डेवलपमेंट दैट यू विल नीड फॉर योर टीम इज वर्किंग हेल्पिंग देम वर्क इन टीम्स।
यस सर।
है ना? तो ये आपके पैरामीटर्स हो जाते हैं कि आपको किस तरीके के, फिर आपको शायद हायरिंग करनी पड़ेगी। यू विल हैव टू डिसाइड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ हायरिंग यू वांट टू डू। ओके, देन यू विल हैव टू डिसाइड व्हाट हाउ विल यू मेजर परफॉर्मेंस। परफॉर्मेंस मैट्रिक्स जिसको कहते हैं, राइट? अब ये जरूरी नहीं है जफर कि ये, सॉरी फॉर माय स्पेलिंग हियर, सॉरी। Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, once you set all of this, correct. So these are ideas, Sanjay ji. These are ideas. Once you have the people part of it, then you will have to ask yourself 2 questions. First question is, how will I make my people efficient in repetitive tasks. इसका मतलब आपको कोई सिस्टम लगेगी, आपको कोई सीआरएम लगेगा, आपको कोई आपको कोई एचआरएमएस लगेगा, कुछ ना कुछ तो लगेगा, आपको कोई ऐप लगेगा, कुछ ना कुछ लगेगा अपने लोगों को एफिशिएंट बनाने के लिए। तो वो होते हैं आपके इंटरनल प्रोसेस।
ओके ओके, लेट मी राइट इट डाउन सर।
वो होते हैं आपके इंटरनल प्रोसेसेस। जैसे कस्टमर को आप अक्वायर कैसे करोगे, सो कस्टमर एक्विजिशन का इंटरनल प्रोसेस क्या है, कस्टमर रिटेंशन आपका इंटरनल प्रोसेस क्या है, आपका फूड प्रोक्योरमेंट का प्रोसेस क्या है,
प्रोक्योरमेंट,
आपका वेजिटेबल प्रोक्योरमेंट का प्रोसेस क्या है, आपका डिलीवरी का मैकेनिज्म क्या है, right? Yeah, correct, all of that, yes, right Sanjay ji, very good. So if you look at it, ये सारे प्रोसेसेस हो गए। अब उस प्रोसेस को जब आप एक बंदे को लगा देते हो कि भाई तेरा काम डिलीवरी का काम है,
हाँ यस सर,
तेरा काम प्रोक्योरमेंट का काम है, तो वो उसके परफॉर्मेंस का एरिया बन जाता है। ये होता है की परफॉर्मेंस एरिया। ठीक है, वैसे ही अगर आप देखोगे तो देन वी विल से ओके, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटरनल प्रोसेसेस, देन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कस्टमर अवेलेबिलिटी। कैसे करोगे, कैसे लोगों को पता चलेगा कि आप मार्केट में तैयार हो, अवेलेबल हो?
सर अभी तो हम स्कूल, अभी जैसे कि हमारा जो बिजनेस मॉडल है जो हमने अभी रेडी किया वो B2B2C है। हम स्कूल में जाते हैं, स्कूल से परमिशन लेते हैं कि सर आप हमें अलाउ करें कि हम टिफिन, मतलब यहाँ के पेरेंट्स अलाउ करेंगे, सॉरी मतलब पेरेंट्स ऑर्डर करेंगे और हम आपके स्कूल के अंदर टिफिन डिलीवर कर पाए। तो अभी तो फिलहाल मतलब ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है सर, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक। तो अभी तो फिलहाल हम स्कूल थोड़ा हम इंट्रोड्यूस कर दें।
माय डियर फ्रेंड, इट रिक्वायर्स द राइट थॉट प्रोसेस। पैसा मार्केट में पड़ा हुआ है, जिसके पास अकल है वो उठा लेता है। Don't forget this.
यस सर। तो अभी क्या है कि स्कूल हमें इंट्रोड्यूस कर देता है और फिर जो पेरेंट्स हैं हमें ओवर अ कॉल या व्हाट्सएप हमें ऑर्डर करते हैं, हम फिर स्कूल में डिलीवर कर देते हैं टिफिन।
वंडरफुल। सो अवेलेबिलिटी पर फोकस करो। अब वो अवेलेबिलिटी के जितने प्रोसेसेस हैं वो आपके कस्टमर के प्रोसेसेस हैं। आप ये बात समझो कि आप पार्ले जी की एड देख के पार्ले जी खरीदते हो। पार्ले जी आपको हर दुकान में मिलता है इसलिए आप पार्ले जी खरीदते हो। So that the key parameter of your customer buying you is your availability. Point number one. Point number two, how is your customer knowing you are trustworthy? Because people buy people. People don't buy products and services. People buy people. वो trustworthiness आप कैसे दिखाओगे? अगर आप ये चीज नहीं पूरी करोगे, which is your people development, आप ये चीज सही नहीं कर पाओगे। आप कोई सिस्टम भी ला दोगे, आप कोई ऐप ला दोगे, आप कोई डिलीवरी पर इंसान ही उसके पीछे गलत है, तो आप उसके हाथ में फरारी दे दो, वो भी गलत चलाएगा। राइट? सो फंडामेंटली योर पीपल, सबसे पहली चीज आती है उनका प्लान बनाना, उसके बाद उसके प्रोसेसेस का बनाना, उसके बाद वो सारी चीजें कस्टमर को, प्रोसेस और पीपल मिलके कस्टमर को अक्वायर करते हैं और उसको रिटेन करते हैं, तब जाके बनता है चौथा पैरामीटर, एंड दैट्स कॉल्ड फाइनेंशियल पैरामीटर। सो आज आपके पास शायद मंथली बिलिंग होगी, डेली बिलिंग होगी, ईयरली बिलिंग होगी, है ना? मंथली बिलिंग, डेली बिलिंग। तो आप मंथली बिलिंग में कितने लोग चाहते हैं, आप डेली बिलिंग में कितने लोग चाहते हैं? क्या आप जस्ट अज्यूम, अगर आज आपके पास 60 टिफिन है, 60 टिफिन आप सालाना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया उनके साथ, तो आपने पूरे साल का 60 टिफिन का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फिक्स कर लिया। दिस इज हाउ यू मेक फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी फॉर द कंपनी। तो ये फाइनेंशियल पैरामीटर्स जब तक नहीं लगते तब तक आप उसे मेजर नहीं कर सकते। मेजरमेंट का मतलब दो ही चीजें हैं, पैसा और वक्त। आप लिख लो, अगर एवरीबडी हुज देयर प्लीज राइट इट डाउन। पैसा और वक्त, ये दो ही चीज है जो धंधे में मेजर की जा सकती है, जो बिजनेस में मेजर की जा सकती है। इट इज इमटेरियल व्हाट साइज ऑफ बिजनेस यू आर, it is immaterial of the business size you are. Fundamentally only two things can be measured, time and money. So you have to now जब केपीआई की बात आती है, की परफॉर्मेंस इंडिकेटर, तो वो या तो नंबर में होगा या तो टाइम में होगा। तो अगर मैं प्रोक्योरमेंट का केपीआई लिख रहा हूं तो उसका केपीआई होना चाहिए 3% सेविंग मंथ ऑन मंथ। आ गया नंबर और टाइम? हेलो, आर यू देयर और यू लॉस्ट?
हेलो,
ओके, या आर यू देयर? जफर, आर यू लिसनिंग टू मी?
हाँ ये सर मैं सुन पा रहा हूँ आपको।
हाँ, सो फंडामेंटली फाइनेंशियल केपीआई, फाइनेंशियली नहीं, कोई भी केपीआई लिखना है। हमें इससे क्या हुआ, हमें एक एरिया मिल गया कि कहां पे काम करना है, किसने काम करना है हमने पहले लिख दिया, क्या काम करना है लिख दिया। अब वो करने के बाद मैं मेजर कैसे करूंगा? तो वो मेजरमेंट का तरीका या तो वक्त में होता है या तो टाइम
में होता है। यस सर।
अगर आपको इसका कोई भी गणित समझना है, आप सीधा सीधा T20 देख लीजिए, 50-50 ओवर की मैच देख लीजिए, आपको समझ में आएगा सारे इंडिकेटर या तो टाइम में या तो पैसे में।
हाँ।
और लास्ट पार्ट इज रिवॉर्ड। तो अगर मैं सेंचुरी मारता हूं और मेरी टीम जीतती है तो मैं मैन ऑफ द मैच हूं। अगर मैं 5 विकेट लेता हूं और 20 रन देता हूं तो मैं मैन ऑफ द मैच हूं। ये पैरामीटर्स हैं सक्सेस के जो आपको लगाने पड़ेंगे, जिसकी वजह से लोग काम करते हैं। रिवॉर्ड, लोगों को लगता है पैसे की वजह से अपने एम्प्लॉइज छोड़ के जाते हैं। पैसे की वजह से नहीं छोड़ जाते, वो इसलिए छोड़ जाते हैं कि वहां पे वातावरण नहीं है जो उनको फुल पोटेंशियल पे काम करने पे मजबूर करे।
यस सर।
Okay, so hence I said the job that an entrepreneur has is about making sure that he's engaging with your. Now, this is more on a conceptual note, all right? This is more on a conceptual understanding of everything. I have a very simple question. How many of you would want to learn this in a real connecting way? How should I create my mission? How should I create my vision? How should I write my goals? How should I create a balanced scorecard for my people? How should I make a strategy for my company? How many of you would want to learn that? Please go ahead and respond quickly. You can just say, yeah, you can raise your hand, or you can say on the chat box, you can say I, yes, no, go ahead. Because I'm going to give you an exclusive offer today. Exclusive. Everybody knows, right? These are free webinars. I'll call you in my program. Everybody knows. So there is no, I'm going to just use a shortcut. But there's something that I'm going to give you today, which probably will help you understand the essence and depth of the work that we do at School of Inspirational Leadership. Okay, and why SIL University today is being picked up by a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of startups. Why do they go to SIL University and learn? Okay, because it's the only place for entrepreneur learning. It's the only place for entrepreneur learning. Okay, so my humble request to all of you is, how many of you, sir, very true, I have hired an experienced person. After some time he left and said I have become inefficient in your organization. Wonderful. Sanjay ji, I mean, God bless you. You have been very honest to me in this entire process. But let's learn. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता ना कि बंदा अपने पास आता है, मोटिवेटेड आता है और डिमोटिवेट होकर निकल जाता है। मतलब ये तो फैक्ट्री गलत हो गई अपनी, है ना? बंदा डिमोटिवेटेड भी आए तो अपने एनवायरनमेंट में मोटिवेटेड फील करे। दैट इज हाउ इट हैज टू वर्क, राइट? सो माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट टू यू हियर इज लर्न। ऐसी कोई चीज अननेसेसरी बनाने के पीछे, एक्सपेरिमेंट के पीछे मत टाइम वेस्ट करो। I mean, let's focus on building the business rather than dealing with this, petty issues. Just quickly learn, either appoint somebody or do it yourself and finish it off. There is no point reinventing the wheel. So I have a question again. How many of you are ready to join the course called Burning Desire, that my team will tell you when it starts, what you will get out of it, and I'll tell you everything about it. That's absolutely not a problem. But how many of you are ready to join? Go ahead. Wonderful. So let me first share with all of you what are we going to do in the course. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm sharing that with you. Okay, the course starts. This is SIL University platform. You can definitely have a look at this course here. It's called Burning Desire. Okay. The self-paced is automated. This is not an automated course. This course that I'm talking about, which is starting on 22nd of August, is a live course, interaction with me. I talk to 15 people maximum in one go. Okay, in one part. It's a 7 days program. In those 7 days, I'll help you build your vision, your mission, your values, your strategic goals, your KPI system for your scalability, right? So this is me. If you have seen, you've known about me, and probably that's one of the reasons why you are here. The outcomes of this program is fully implementable solutions for challenges that are holding you back to growth. ये जो लगता है ना, ये जो assumptions हैं, जैसे अभी जफर का एक assumption था कि सर मेरे पास मतलब स्टार्टअप है, पैसे थोड़े कम हैं, तो genuinely जफर, it's an assumption that पैसे कम हैं, क्योंकि पैसे हमेशा कम होते हैं. ओके, जो चीज कम होती है उसी का एस्पिरेशन होता है, और पैसे हमेशा कम होते हैं. आप किसी बहुत बड़े बिजनेसमैन को भी पूछोगे तो वो कहेगा नहीं, पैसे चाहिए. ओके, सो नथिंग रॉन्ग विथ इट. दैट एस्पिरेशन ऑफ वांटिंग मोर is something that helps us to grow in future as well. Attain clarity of your business purpose, why you started off with it, just not an idea, because let me share with you, more than 20-25% of startups fail in their first year of execution, and around 80% of them fail in the second year of execution. Okay, only 20% of them sustain, and close to 0.1% become the unicorns that they can. So this is the filtration process. तो ऐसा क्या है वो 1% में जो बाकी सब में नहीं है? Okay, कुछ मेथड्स है, कुछ साइंस है, अगर वो समझ लें पहले ही स्टार्ट में, तो क्योंकि हम सारे IITs और IIMs गए नहीं हैं, हमें शायद उतना स्ट्रेट एक्सपोजर ऐसे लोगों का नहीं है, वो ज्ञान नहीं है, तो वो ज्ञान ले लें. As simple as that, right? How do you build your audacious goals? How do you make a scalability roadmap? जो मैंने strategic goals कहा आपको, you will be dealing with me for 7 days. Live interaction is going to happen, so a lot of conversation happens there, and of course you will be part of a global community that we've created, so you can interact with a lot of people. Now, this is what the course is. I've already told you the price point of it. So this is the curriculum written down completely. This is what the 8 days will cover. Your journey from point B to point A. उसे लिखा कैसे जाता है? What are the things that you will learn from the masters? Creating value-based organization, building a scientific vision for future, creating audacious business goals, understanding customers. ये जो customer segmentation है, इसे कैसे किया जाता है? Understanding risk involved in the scale up, creating influence around people around you, क्योंकि आपको जैसे बहुत बार हमारे पास पैसे कम होते हैं, तो हमें रिसोर्सेज ज्यादा लगते हैं, या ज्यादा तरीके के ज्यादा स्किल्ड रिसोर्सेज लगते हैं. तो हमारी बातचीत में एक लहजा होना चाहिए जिस वजह से हम वो चीजों को अट्रैक्ट कर पाए. बैंकर्स, सप्लायर्स, कस्टमर्स, वेंडर्स, एम्प्लॉइज, हम अट्रैक्ट कर पाए. हम कैसे इन्फ्लुएंस करें उनको हमारी सोच के लिए, कैसे बिहेव करें इस पूरे प्रोसेस में, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के इस पूरे प्रोसेस में हम बिहेव कैसे करें. अब कुछ लोग कहेंगे जो शायद 20 साल, 15 साल, 25 साल से बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, वो कह रहे हैं सर हम क्या 15 साल से बिजनेस कर ही रहे हैं ना, तो हमें तो पता ही है बिहेव कैसे करना है बिजनेस में. बट फंडामेंटली होता क्या है, या ऐसे हो रहा होगा, आप ये कर रहे हो पर आप ये शायद कॉन्शियसली नहीं कर रहे हो. सिंपल सा लॉजिक है, जब आप कॉन्शियसली खाना खाते हो तो आपके शरीर में एनर्जी सही जाती है. जब आप सब कॉन्शियसली खा लेते हो, बस कुछ भी करके खा लो, खत्म करो, तो उसका कुछ फायदा है नहीं. ओके, जब आप कॉन्शियसली जिम में जाते हो, आप कॉन्शियसली वेट उठाते हो, वर्सेस आपको किसी ने पुश करके करना पड़ रहा है इसलिए करते हो. जब उसका साइंस, उसकी आर्ट पता चल जाती है, इंसान कॉन्शियसली करना शुरू करता है, एंड देन ही स्टार्ट्स गेटिंग रिजल्ट्स आउट ऑफ इट. And last, we'll analyze all the business assumptions that, Zafar just said one thing, ki paisa kam hai sir. We'll analyze all those business assumptions and cut through every business assumption with a solution for you. So this is the kind of efforts that we will put in for you for seven days. Sometimes it goes to 8 and we are comfortable with it. Absolutely no problems with that. How many of you now want to join the program? Go ahead. Because if you join right now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do something. All right. So right now, if you join right now, I will invite you to my current batch for today. But you have to join today. You have to join today. If you're joining right now, if you're making the payments, you can just go on. The link is being shared to you. The link is being shared to you. It's online. Yes, it's 100% online, Rajesh. Uh, it is 100% online. If you make the payments right now, I will invite you to network and talk to those entrepreneurs who are already doing the course. Okay. And if they say that no, this is not beneficial, or this is not great, or you get a feeling, you still have 100% refund coming. But I need a commitment from all of you to start off. So go ahead and let me know now how many of you ready to commit to your change, because this is your change. Okay, you're going to change, you're going to implement this in your business, you're going to work on your business. It is all about you, right? So in the 9,999 is not a big amount. Okay, you and me spend that when we go to parties. But fundamentally, how many of you are ready to be a part of this wonderful journey live with me? I'm waiting for your responses. And I have this. This stands for the next 5 minutes. By the way, you just need to write yes on the call, on the chat box. You just need to write yes, and it's a simple decision to be made. It is yes or no. No hard feels. I know I'm doing a good job. I have been doing this for last 10 years. More than 18,000 businesses have gone through this kind of a course with me, and they have all benefited. And I have my undying commitment of assisting entrepreneurs to grow has always been there. That's what School of Inspirational Leadership stands for. And that's all my entire team stands for. So it's important for all of you to just make a decision whether it's yes or no. All right. And somebody who is desperate to scale up, somebody who's wanting genuine answers for their scale up will definitely come over. Okay. So thank you, Sanjay. And I think people should I congratulate you, Sanjay, for taking that decision. The link will come to you. You may just make the payments, and I definitely would want to see you at 7:30 in the course. How many of you are? I'm waiting for all of you to just say yes or no. No problems with that. People who want to say, people who say, okay, nahi, ye to abhi bechna shuru ho gaya hai. We want to disconnect. No problems. You can disconnect. People who have questions, I'm more than happy to answer the questions. So raise your hands before you want. So take an educated decision. Take an educated decision. If you have questions, please ask me. Okay. Not this time, sir. I am working completely to shape up few things, but happy for approach. Will come back. Vijay, it's absolutely no problems. You may want to join anytime. No problems with that. But the more you delay, the more it's going to get delayed, right? So fundamentally, very simple. If you are shaping up right now something, I think that is something that you need to do immediately, because this will give you a right thought process, right mechanism, right tools to whatever you are trying to shape up. Okay, that's a word that I give you, but of course the choice lies with you. I'm not going to push anybody. My job is to tell you what you can benefit out of it. Rajesh, thank you very much for saying this. So quickly, I'm going to run this through. For people who want to ask me questions, you can just raise your hands, and my team will unmute you and we can talk. But if you have questions, please ask me. I'm there for the next 5 minutes. 4:15, this offer goes off, because as I told you, that experience of meeting new entrepreneurs and understanding from them of how we are going will make a huge difference in the way you are working on. So go ahead and let me know. I'm waiting. Anybody who has a question, I'm there till 4:15, and after that I will walk off the webinar. Thank you very much.